As we get older, everything changes, and I mean everything, and it can present a whole new set of challenges. So how can we get prepared for these changes? Well, you can visit these ladies, Ashley Ebenach and Michelle Roth of the Custom Coaches. Thanks for being here today. We have so much to get to. I'm excited to have this conversation because you guys talk about reframing midlife. I like that view on it. And why this stage is so different. Why is it so different?
You know, I think a lot of women anticipate some of these hormonal changes to take place in their late 40s, maybe their early 50s, but the truth of the matter is these changes can start occurring in our early 30s.
Yeah.
So we need to look out for some symptoms of fatigue, some brain fog, anxiety, maybe some joint pain. You're going to experience bone loss and muscle loss. And one of the things we talk about all the time is that sudden weight gain, particularly around the midsection.
Yep, that's the one that everyone's like, wait, what is happening? And I think we excuse it. We write it off to so many other things. Oh, I'm stressed, or I'm this, or I haven't gotten enough sleep. There can be much more going on. So you guys have some really tactile and practical tips, these daily habits that we can all be incorporating to help us navigate this challenge. And it starts with some strength training.
Absolutely. We want to focus on strength training 2 to 4 times per week, lift heavy. And we also want to stress that strength training is to maintain muscle. While our estrogen comes down, we start to lose it, or to build muscle. We use cardio for our heart health, and we use nutrition to decrease that body fat, not our exercise.
Okay, so we got to do that strength training 2 to 4 times a week.
Yes.
Heavy weights. These little pink 5-pounders.
Exactly.
Come on, ladies, we're stronger than that. We can do better. Cardio, though, just as important because it is good for our heart and our mental health, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We work on foundational cardiovascular training for longevity and heart health. We prescribe zone 2 training primarily, and then we kind of go from there. But one of the other things we talk about is incorporating movement breaks, because a lot of us will do a big workout maybe at 5 a.m., but we're sitting the rest of the day. So we need to break that time up and maybe do some body weight squats, take the stairs, go for a lap around the office. Just these little movements really do add up.
I like that, the little micro movements. We can't ignore the role of diet in all of this as well.
And we really are advocates of a whole food diet. Majority should come. Let's limit that processed food. So think lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, healthy fats. We also need to prioritize about 25 to 30 grams of protein, or a quarter of your plate to be protein. Fiber, women, we need 25 grams per day for gut health and blood sugar control. And let's limit that alcohol, sugar, and caffeine in order to reduce that inflammation.
Yeah, and I like you said limit. You don't have to eliminate it.
Exactly.
Balance.
Exactly.
Moderation, right? Okay, so we've got the diet taken care of, protein and fiber. Sleep is critical. Stress management also critical.
Yeah, so for sleep, we're aiming for 7 to 9 hours a night, which is really hard for people.
That's a dream.
It is a dream, yeah.
That's a dream for a lot of women out there.
But the thing is, if we're getting less than 6 hours each night, we're increasing our overall mortality risk by 12 to 15%. So we want to do things that promote good sleep. So the stage of life, if we're experiencing hot flashes or night sweats, maybe cooling pajamas, dry fit sheets, things like that. We even work on nutrition in the latter part of the day to help support that sleep.
Okay, and then stress management, we've got to keep it under control.
We have to control that stress management, absolutely, because chronic stress does lead to an overproduction of cortisol, which actually can exacerbate the symptoms we're already feeling. It also is a higher risk of metabolic, mental, and bone health. So we work on mindfulness, breath techniques, of course, sleep, a balanced diet, and also that physical activity and movement.
Yeah, they're all puzzle pieces, right, to helping us not just get through this stage, but to thrive through it. And these ladies can help you with all of it if you're finding yourself needing to reframe your midlife. If you need some help from the Custom Coaches, they are offering 50% off for your first month. Give them a call at 847-571-1825 or go to thecustomcoaches.com.